Hey, this that Eastside Johnny Big Redemption like. Know what I'm talking about? Hold up. Whoa, 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 whoa. Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way, yeah. Yeah. Get out the way, get the up out my way, yeah. Yeah. You either with me or against me though. You either with me or win. Win, 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 win. Yeah. Curve everything else. Win, 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 win. Win. These ops ain't lit. Mommy. Win, 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 win.
Dressed up like, but I would give this out of 1 to 10. I would give it like, I give it a 10. You know, she got the bonnet, she got the cover, the backpack on. It's a solid 10. Her attitude.
What, bro? Oh God, you're not gonna play to me. Oh God, you're not.
I think you need to go home. You need to go to the office.
I'm not going.
You need to go to the office.
I'm gonna do what I want to do.
You're going to the office.
Matter.
I need, excuse me. I need to take those AirPods out. Where's you right there? Excuse me. I got security. I need to go home.
Oh God, I'm not going to class. Oh God.
You're not talking like that.
Yeah, I'm not going there either.
Security, take her.
Whatever, no. Bro, touch me. Bro, touch me. Bro, touch me. I promise. Bro, don't touch me, bro. Don't touch me, bro. I promise you.
Ma'am, come on.
I'm calling my mama.
We need you to get to class. We need you to get to class now.
I don't need you to tell me. I know
Get
I'm
to
going.
class immediately.
I know I'm
Get
going.
to, we don't need you to. We don't need. We don't need
Don't
the
say
back
nothing
talk.
to
We
me.
don't need the back talk.
Don't say nothing to me. Don't say nothing to me. Don't.
Please step back. Don't come back here. Please, that's what my mama gonna do.
No,
I need to get to class. I got a pass. Come on. You probably ready to
that's fine. I understand.
I call my mom this window. She said,
I understand you got a pass. I need you to get to class now.
come on, bro.
I'm not 17.
Nope.
Excuse me.
Nope.
Call security. 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 Take her. Take her.
Bro.
Take her to the office.
Bro,
We gonna get stuff.
We're going to the office.
She going home.
You're going home. You're going home. I'm going home.
Class, if you're on the hallway.
You ain't my teacher.
You have to go to class, sir. Where's your pass?
You ain't my teacher.
Where's your pass?
I don't need a pass. Nobody else has got one.
Security?
No.
Trump is doing too much.
Come on. Call us. You're going to the office. We're
I
going to
ain't
call
coming. I'm not coming.
Presented by Hive TV.
We're from Mexico. This is our flag. We're proud of our heritage. I'm from Jalisco. I am from Durango.
I'm from Veracruz.
This is our Guatemalan flag. The white means peace. The blue on the flag means the middle of the Pacific and Atlantic Ocean. The bird is a quetzal. It means freedom. And the scroll has our Independence Day on it. We speak Spanish and also indigenous dialect. And
Traditional food is acá, churros, aquí.
Hi, this is Fernanda and Jasmine. We're from El Salvador. You can call us salvadoreños or guanacos. Our traditional food are pupusas, panes con pollos, yuca frita, horchata. And I'm from La Costa. And I'm from San Salvador. Viva El Salvador!
Hey guys, we're from Honduras. Our nickname is Catrachos. Our flag has 5 stars. It represents 5 different countries that are near us. Is Guatemala, Salvador, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, and Honduras. Then we got blue and white. White means peace, and blue means the sea around us. I'm pretty sure. Special food from us, I guess, is las baleadas and el pollo chuco or el pollo con tajadas. It's chicken with like banana slices, and then baleadas is a piece of like tortilla with different type of stuff inside of it.
And we like soccer.
And we like to dance salsa as a Garifuna culture too.
Mr. Mendez, the counselor. I am from Puerto Rico. This is the Puerto Rican flag. Puerto Rico was under Spanish rule for 400 years and then became part of the United States in the year 1891. We speak both Spanish and English on the island.
I am under Castellano. I'm from Venezuela and here's my flag. And the traditional food there is arepas, cachapas, and yacas. And also I speak both language, Spanish and English.
Every year we have about 300-ish runners, walkers, joggers, jumpers, strollers, whatever you want to do. Come out and join us, and we raise money for the Center Education Foundation. Its mission is to first end student homelessness for all students in the Center School District. You know, its main focus is to provide educational opportunities for our students that wouldn't otherwise be possible without grants, without additional funding. So that money that we raise through our race fees, every single dollar of our race fees goes into the Center Education Foundation and is used directly for projects for students. Walking, running the 1 mile, or doing the 5K, all of those things raise funds. In addition, we also have some sponsors that help, and our key sponsors this year are NASB and also Lab Conco. And so those are our big donors, and we really thank them. Sunfresh is an in-kind sponsor, meaning that they are donating all the water bottles and post-race snacks for us. We've just really got a lot of help out there from our community to make this happen. All students in the Center School District, no matter what grade, to participate free of charge. And they get the t-shirt too. Everybody that finishes either the mile or the 5K gets a medal. So there will be live music on stages, bands, the Center Marching Band, the YellowJacket Marching Band starts everything off. We also have, face painters and games, all kinds of things. And of course we will have social distancing. It's an outdoor event, so we really feel like it's a safe way to get together outdoors.
Hello and welcome to Cutie Pie Vibes, located in South Kansas City. We specialize in nail enhancements, custom prints, and also personalized canvases. For more info, you can go on to www.cutiepievibes.com. See you soon.
If you are not ready for the day, it cannot always be night. Sir, flex I do work. 6 of them like Mike. He's out of sight. Whoa, you done got me pipe. You man
devil my op. Can't pay me to stop. My God at the top. We gon' praise our way out the grave, dog. Living, speaking, praise God. Walking out the graveyard, back to life. I serve, follow your word. See with new sight. Into the night.
Yeah, this life I'm living. All the advice been tipped in. Gave me that grip, no slipping. Out of my mind, we're tripping. Tell me take two when I'm on one. That look out like no one. Kept it real tight like your son.
We gon' praise our way out the grave, dog. Living, speaking, praise God. Walking out the graveyard, back to life. I serve, follow your word. See with new sight. Into the night.
Jackets on me, 506. 1, 2, 3. Jackets. 4, 5, 6. Family.
Let's get right. Open up the champagne, pop. It's my house, come on, turn it up. Hear a knock on the door and the night begins. Cause we've done this before, so you come on in. Make yourself at my home, tell me where you been. Pour yourself something cold, baby, cheers to this. Sometimes you gotta stay in, and you know where I live. Yeah, you know what we is. Sometimes you gotta stay in. Welcome to my house, baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house. Play the music too loud. Show me what you do now. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. Morning comes and you know that you wanna stay. Close the blinds, let's pretend that the time has changed. Keep our clothes on the floor, open up champagne. Let's continue tonight, come on, celebrate. That's how we do. Sometimes you gotta stay in, and you know where I live. Yeah, you know what we is. Sometimes you gotta stay in. Welcome to my house, baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house. Play that music too loud. Show me what you do now. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. Duck off the crib, the spot, the pad. But my house is your house if you throwing it back. Excuse me if my home draining is sad. Soon as these happy faces stand, you can run with the cash. Home run, slam dunk, touchdown pass. Mi casa es tu casa, so it ain't no holding back. Another shot of vodka, you know what's in my glass. It's my house, just relax. Welcome to my house, baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house. Play that music too loud. Show me what you do now. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. It's my house.
Hello everyone and welcome to this year's 2023 homecoming football game. I am your play-by-play announcer, Jesse Nastasi, and with me is our football analyst,
Zane Parker.
We want to welcome you today to another Friday night to watch the Center YellowJackets take on the Harrisonville Wildcats. So, as we talk about this, another homecoming night going on, we want to reminisce on all the past alumni going on. So since we have here alumni Zane Parker with us, why don't you go ahead and tell us about some of your homecoming games?
Yeah, I had a lot of exciting homecoming games. I don't remember all the exact teams. It was a while ago, class of 2020. And with COVID and all that, I don't remember any of that. But I think we went undefeated in all of our homecoming games. And it's just different with former players, former alumni, everyone coming back and watching. It's just different atmosphere. It's different, just a whole different kind of night, different game as you go into it.
So what do you think is one thing, knowing that this is homecoming for such a young team, that they should know going into the game that's different than any other game?
One big thing to going into the game is this game gets a lot more attention than other games do. This is that middle point of the season where you're really seeing what is the trajectory. You know, we don't have early season anymore. It's all, this is it. Well, what happens in this game tells a lot what's going to happen later in the season.
Well, interesting point. All right, as we have now, the Wildcats have deferred to the second half and are lining up to kick off.
Let's see. YellowJacket special teams get some going. Hopefully get the offense moving.
Number 28, Cole Smalley lines back up to kick for the Wildcats. As we wait for the refs to give him the signal to start the homecoming football game of the YellowJackets versus the Wildcats. And the kick is off. Caught at the 8-yard line. Breaks a tackle. And the YellowJackets will start their opening drive at their own 28-yard line.
Yeah, that's a good place to start if you're an offense. I mean, for how deep he caught that ball, I mean, he got a pretty good return going. Two more tackles broken. He's up, getting a nice return. So here we go. Let's see what the offense can do.
YellowJackets coming up. They have, looks like, number 6. Montrell Moore back at quarterback. Spread up with 2 to the right, 1 to the left. There's a quarterback run up the middle for a 1-yard loss.
Yeah, the Harrisonville backers and D-line getting a lot of pressure there on the YellowJacket O-line. Really not much going. It was a good play call, good design run, just with Harrisonville did their job, plugged their gaps.
Number 3, Larry Clayton, the quarterback, has now subbed into the game as he gets his team lined up for this second snap of the series. Lining up with 2 right left, 1 right as he looks to the line. Ball snapped, he rolls to his left. Larry looking for someone to throw. Ball's up, and he just overthrew his receiver for an incomplete.
Yeah, I didn't have a lot of space going out there towards the sideline. He had pressure, guys on his heels. Not a lot of time to throw that ball. Hopefully the YellowJackets can get some sort of a dynamic offense going, passing and rushing attack. But let's see what they cook up here on 3rd and long.
We will see with an obvious passing down.
Yes.
We will see if the Jackets indeed call another pass play or if they break out a run to try to catch them up by surprise. So they have it set up with trips to the right side. Larry calls for the snap, drops back the pass. We've got a receiver open and he hit him in stride, dropped the receiver, dropped the ball off. We got 4th and 11.
That's a play you got to make, especially early in the game. You want to build some momentum. We saw a difference there. The O-line gave Larry some time. He gave him time to throw. That's a good start to the game, and see if they can repeat that later when they attempt some passes.
Indeed, if the O-line can keep pass blocking like that, giving Larry time to play, he will have time, opportunity to throw the ball. As the Jackets line up here in punt formation. Snap back, and the punt is away. To number 32, number 17 of the Wildcats. Brandon Phillips.
Flag on the play.
Brandon Phillips. There is a penalty flag on the play. Tackle for number 13, YellowJacket, Dallas Smith.
See what gets called here. That was a quick 3 and out for the Jackets. See if the defense can show up.
We have an illegal block in the back on the Wildcats. Now push the ball back.
Illegal block called against the Wildcats.
10 yards, and they will start the ball on their own 35-yard line.
Where it will be 1st and 10 for Harrisonville.
I know, out of 4 plays we called the O-line, but that's where all of our experience is at. We're both O-linemen.
All right, the Wildcats break their formation. Coming to the ball. Got a man in motion. Takes the snap. Quarterback number 7. Luke drops back to pass. Right through the receiver's hands for an incomplete. Number 7, Mason Mitchell.
That looked like a screen pass to me, Jesse. If he would have caught that, he had at least 10 yards.
It did. He had some blockers lined up there, and it was fortunate for right through the hands a drop. That's 1 drop on each team so far.
Yeah, you got to take those as a defense. Capitalize on them.
All right, they line up in their 2-back formation for the Wildcats. Number 7 is under center. He hands it up. He hands it off to number 22, Nate Reynolds.
Yeah, Nate Reynolds, one of the players. We talked to Coach Brown before the game. The guy to watch out for. He makes a lot of big plays. His older brother made a lot of big plays. That's going to be the key to the center defense, is stopping him, not letting him get any momentum downfield.
Indeed, we want to stop the run if all possible, force the ball into the quarterback's hands.
Yep.
Because Harrisonville loves to run the football.
That's their bread and butter.
Here we have it, 3rd and short for the Wildcats. Number 7 with number 22 off to his left side. Then off to number 22 to Nate. And it is a 1st down for the Wildcats at midfield.
As a good tackle there by number 15, Deontay Vaughn. I only want him to get there a little bit earlier, break a little bit earlier, maybe get a couple less yards. But let's see if the defense can get a stop here. We want to slow down that run attack, otherwise it's going to be a long night for the Jackets.
Yes, as the Jackets line up, waiting for Harrisonville there at midfield. We want to remind the line in the trenches is where the battles are won and fought. Harrisonville lines up to take the snap. Got number 17 in motion. Number 7 rolls out to the right for a pass. And he is sacked at the 49-yard line.
Uncharacteristic of Harrisonville to start out passing. I wonder what they saw on film throughout the week to think that that's the goal they wanted to come in with. Now they're at 2nd and long. Let's see what they come up with.
Well, if I had to guess, they're probably going to run it with number 22, Nate Reynolds, because they had success on that earlier in the drive.
Let's see. That's what we would call as coaches. Let's see what they dial up.
All right, quarterback Mason under center, and we have a YellowJacket jumping off sides.
Yep. That's those things you don't want to have, especially as you're getting some momentum and stopping their attack. You can't. It's those little mistakes. You don't want to have those.
So that is 5 free yards for the Wildcats as they look to resume the play. Mason under center. Takes the snap. Hands it off to Nate. Nate Reynolds goes up. He gets a big broken tackle, and he has scored a touchdown, an early touchdown for the Harrisonville Wildcats.
Yeah, that was, you couldn't have drawn it up better. There was nobody over there. You almost saw no yellow jerseys over there. And that's what we're going to see a lot of. Nate Reynolds running the ball, especially the veer that they love to run. You're going to see him getting the ball in 10, 15 different ways. I can only imagine we're going to see more of that if this keeps scoring on it.
Indeed, as the Harrisonville lines up for the PAT, or the point after touchdown. Number 45, Ethan Stone makes the point after to make it 7-0 Harrisonville with 9 minutes left to go in the first quarter.
Now, what do you think we should be looking for as the offense is coming back out on the field? A little bit of a slow drive, but there was some promise there. You know, a catch made, that could have been a good drive. I mean, what are we looking for here?
Well, the receiver just needs to put it out of his mind. The plays in the past just need to concentrate on bringing the ball in and then moving forward before they try to take their eyes off and go down the field.
Yeah, especially on plays like that, it's hard because you see all open field in front of you, you get so excited. So, yeah, let's hope that offense can get a little bit more focus and get a drive going.
Once again, Cole Smalley is out for Harrisonville for the kickoff at the 40-yard line. We got 2 back deep for the Yellow Jackets at the 5, awaiting the kick. Kick is off and caught at the 8. And he is met by a wall of Wildcats at their own 22-yard line.
Yep. As we're thinking here, we might be special teams trying to get it to the outside, try and get where there's less bodies. Everyone's going towards the middle. Maybe try bouncing to the outside. But let's see what the offense comes out with. And as we're down early, 7-0, this is the time to maybe throw some passes in there, maybe try some outside runs, poke at the defense a little bit. It's early. Let's see what the offense comes out with.
As the offense looks to start their second drive, just at their own 22-yard line, as Larry Clayton, the quarterback, breaks the huddle into a trips left formation.
Looks like we're looking at pass here.
Nope, we got quarterback run to the right side, and he is met by number 65, Owen Adair of the Wildcats, for a loss of 5 yards.
We see that was a good play by the Jackets, and one of the things we were talking with Coach Brown about, this is a young Yellow Jacket team, really young team. I mean, the starting quarterback's a freshman. It's kind of some of these things where running those plays, it's just experience that the Yellow Jackets just don't have with how young we are.
Yes, and experience will come with time and with age, as Larry drops back for a 2nd down and 16 at their own 16-yard line. He gets the snap. He's rolling out to his left for a pass, looking for someone open. There's a flag on the play. He throws the ball, and it is caught at their own 26-yard line, but we do have some dirty laundry down on the field.
Yeah, I think that's going to be coming against the Jackets. I saw a white jersey as soon as the white jersey fell, I saw the flag come out.
Holding indicated against the Yellow Jackets.
And indeed, we have holding against the Jackets. So that will bring the play back for a second and even further.
Yeah, this is going to be a long 2nd down for the Jackets. Obviously a passing down here. One of the things Coach Brown talks about, Harrisonville loves to blitz. 6, 7, 8 guys they're sending. So O-line's got to be ready for that. It's something they talk about in practice and be ready for. They're going to send everybody. I mean, look how deep the Yellow Jackets are. This is the time when you're a defensive coordinator to send the pressure.
The Yellow Jackets break the huddle. Number 3, Larry Clayton, has 2 wide receivers out to each side. Sends one in motion. Yes, there's the blitz. Quarterback runs to the right. Breaks a tackle. Gets to about the 10-yard line before he is swarmed by Wildcats to put up a 3rd and long for the Yellow Jackets.
Yep. Interesting call to subvert expectations there and go for an outside run. Yeah, let's see. I mean, this would be a time to get a pass, especially a long pass. At least try it. At least see what we can cook up.
I think also with such a young group, you don't want to force the ball into harm's way and give the Wildcats excellent field position. So as the Yellow Jackets line up with trips to the left, 3 wide receivers out to the left. Larry takes the snap, looks to pass, got pressure in his way, he's rolling out to the left. and he is met with a sack at their own 2-yard line. The ref claiming that he was down and no fumble.
Disaster avoided there for the Yellow Jackets. That would have been bad if Harrisonville gets the ball that close to the goal line. Larry did a good job avoiding those blitzers. I mean, he got out, used his speed, gave himself time. Just, there's not much you can do when you've got 4 or 5 guys on your tail and you have to try and throw the ball.
Yes, indeed. Now we have 4th down at their own 2-yard line. The Yellow Jackets need to be wary of a potential all-out rush to try to block the punt.
Yeah, this is the time to do it.
There's a snap, and the punt is away. Number 17 of the Wildcats, that's a bounce, and it goes out of bounds at the 28-yard line of the Jackets.
Yeah, this puts Coach Brown's defense in a sticky situation. I mean, really close to the end zone here, and last drive, they got momentum. They drove all the way down the field to score a touchdown. I mean, this could be a tough spot for the defense, Jesse. I mean, to try and get them, to try and stop them with how well the game's going for them.
If you're the Jackets defense, what are you trying to put through your heads right now to bolster yourself up after what just happened?
You're just trying to shake it off. You're just trying to move on, move to the next play, see what you can get done this play.
All right, we got Mason line backed up for the snap. We got a man in motion. He hands it off to the man in motion. He gets around the edge, and number 2 goes out of bounds around the 23-yard line of the Jackets. That is number 2, Cameron LaFell.
Yep, that was really good by the Jackets defense. Use what we call contain. Push the guys out to the sideline. The sideline's an extra defender. He can't step out and come back in. So that was a great job by the Yellow Jacket defense to sort of force the Wildcat runner out to the sidelines and make him have nowhere to go.
All right, we have a 2nd and 5 for the Wildcats at the center 24. Mason under center takes the snap. Out of veer, faked it to 22 as a quarterback keeper on the outside, and he gets tackled for a 1st and goal at the Yellow Jacket 10-yard line.
Yep. That's what we were talking to Coach Brown about. We had talked earlier, like they love that veer and they can get it to anybody, anywhere they want. And that was a good read by the quarterback there.
If you were the defense, how do you stop this triple option threat of the Wildcat offense?
It's tough. It's a really tough job to do. You just got to stay responsible, stay on your guy, who's your responsibility.
All right, Mason in shotgun here with Nate right behind him, waiting for the snap. 17 seconds on the play clock. Goes back, look for the pass. He's got a man open, and it is incomplete. So the Wildcats will take over 2nd and goal at the Yellow Jacket 10-yard line.
Yep. Yeah, DB's doing a good job there, sort of forcing the receiver. He had really nowhere to throw that. I mean, it was either really high or at the ground, and there's a lot of yellow jerseys around there to pick that ball off.
So the Wildcats break their huddle for 2nd and goal. Mason Mitchell is under center with 2 right behind him. Potential to hand off to either one. Takes the snap, fakes it to one, gives it to the other, and he gets about 5-6 yards for a 3rd and goal at the Yellow Jacket 3 for the Wildcats.
And yeah, that is tough to stop. We had talked about it before the broadcast, Jesse. Playing against those veers and those triple options, it's just tough, even for the experienced players, especially young Yellow Jacket defense that hasn't really seen that before. I mean, I don't know, previous games we've really seen triple option like this before.
No, Harrisonville runs it just as well as any other team.
Mm-hmm.
Mason under center with the exact same formation as the previous play. Takes the snap, and he hands it off this time for a touchdown to number 17, Brandon Phillips.
Yeah, that's tough. It's that triple option, and it can go to anyone at any time. And you just gotta, sometimes you just gotta get lucky and get the guy who's tackling. You can tackle everybody else, but they tricked you, and that's just kind of how it goes sometimes.
Number 48, back up the punt. The punt, excuse me, PAT. And he makes the PAT to increase the Wildcats lead to 14-0 with 4:30 to go in the 1st quarter. So if you're the Yellow Jackets, knowing Harrisonville has got out to a quick 2-touchdown lead, how do you try to keep yourself mentally in this game?
I think here for the coaching staff, this is the point where you're calling plays to build confidence in your guys. Even if it's just 1-2 yard gains, you're trying to build confidence in these young guys to maybe get some experience. And momentum's a huge thing in football. You got to build some momentum to get yards, to get drives going. It gets everybody involved in the game. So yeah, this is a huge point for the Yellow Jacket coaching staff to try and get some inspiration back in these players and get it going, because this game's not over. It's only the first quarter. So we got a long game ahead of us.
Yes, as both teams trot out for the kickoff with 4:30 to go in the first quarter. The Yellow Jackets looking to receive to hopefully get a spark for their own offense to get something going. As he drops back to kick, number 28, Cole Smalley kicks it off, and it is caught at their own 14-yard line. Number 88 drags 4 Wildcats to the 37-yard line. Armand Davis with the return.
That is, you love to see that. Guys just hanging off their back, just dragging them. That is something you love to see. Especially as we're both O-linemen. We're both used to seeing that, the bigger guys up there. So, yeah, I mean, what do you think, Jesse? What should the Yellow Jacket, especially the Yellow Jacket O-line, focus on trying to counter all these blitzes that Harrisonville's thrown at them?
You just need to keep your eyes up down the field, seeing how many linemen are on, where are the linebackers, are they encroaching. You always need to keep your eyes up, even as you're blocking, preparing for the linebackers who will inevitably blitz, as they are so prone to do.
Yeah, especially a Harrisonville team that loves to do it. And we've seen it all game. There's at least 5-6 guys blitzing right up the middle.
As Larry has his Yellow Jackets spread up in spread formation. He looks to get the snap. Get it, fakes the handoff. He rolls out to his left for a quarterback keeper, and he goes out at about the 40-41 yard line of the Jackets for a 34-yard gain.
Yep, these are the kind of plays you need. You need little gains, go in positive yards, build some confidence in young guys, and see what we can do. The Yellow Jacket offense has potential. They can score points. We've seen it before. And especially if they can tire out the Harrisonville defense and get them driving down the field, we might see some points here.
Yes, as the Jackets are coming off a bad loss from last week, Warrensburg, of getting shut out. The offense is indeed necessary and an important bounce back just to get some points on the field.
Yep.
As Larry looks for the snap, standing at his own 35-yard line, he fakes the run. Looking for a pass, roll to his left. Throwing, he throws it. It is intercepted by a lineman of the Wildcats, and we do have a flag on the play.
Man. Let's see what the penalty flag is on.
If this play is on the Wildcats, it will keep the Jacket drive alive. We will see the refs huddling together for communication.
And the motions we're seeing from the Yellow Jackets looks like it's on Harrisonville. So what some of the players are reacting to.
If indeed is on Harrisonville, it'll be a great fortune of luck. We have, it looks like, an illegal chop block on Harrisonville.
I don't know if I've ever seen that before on an interception. That might be a first for us. I've never seen that.
Well, more than likely, it's a defensive lineman illegally cutting out someone's legs too far from the line of scrimmage.
Yes.
So that is a 15-yard penalty, and will give the Jackets an automatic first down at the Wildcat 45.
Yeah, take them however you can get them. Get past the 50. Let's see. We're finally in Harrisonville territory. Let's see what the offense can cook up. See what they can get done.
As the first snap in Harrisonville territory, the Jackets have had plenty of opportunities last week in opponent territory. Let's see if we can finally capitalize. We have what looks like is Armand Davis in Wildcat formation. Takes the direct snap. Gets about a 2-yard gain to the Wildcat 43.
Yeah, one of the things we noticed in previous games was low, high snaps, really bad snaps from the center. What, as a former center, what is the sort of advice that you can give to a young center and someone who, because, I mean, really, the game hinges on them.
You want to keep your butt lower to the ground and raise the football with your arm. Because however high your waist is will affect the height of the snap going back to the quarterback. So, and ultimately it results in timing that you get from the quarterback in practice. The more reps you get, the easier it becomes. And then it just needs to be repetition. It almost needs to be second hand. As the Jackets break their huddle, Armand Davis is back there in Wildcat formation once again. Takes the snap for a run up the middle. Runs over a Wildcat for a 4-yard gain as they take it to the 39-yard line of the Wildcats.
I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, this is what's working for the YellowJackets. If they can keep getting more yards, looks like go for it again.
YellowJackets go no huddle, hurry up to the ball. Armand Davis still back there in a quarterback. Looks for the snap, gets it. Another quarterback keeper, a run up the middle, breaks the tackle. And he gets for a 1-yard gain up to the 38-yard line of the Wildcats.
Yeah, I would have thought they were going to call forward progress a little bit earlier than that, but looks like they said he was doing it of his own volition. So let's see. Are they going to get a punt here? Are they going to go for it?
I would personally, hopefully, they consider going for it because it is 4th and 3 in opponent territory. Your offense needs to get something going, but as the Jackets line up here in punt formation, the Wildcats with nobody back, keeping their defense out in the field. It is a fake.
It is a fake.
Snap to the personal protector. It is close, and I believe it is indeed a YellowJacket first down at the Wildcat 34.
They must have been reading our minds. We were talking about it. Yeah, that's what you need, and sometimes you need to do trick plays, whatever it takes to get down the field. This offense needs a win and needs some points on the board.
As the bigger offensive linemen come back out for the Jackets to continue this drive, we have it 1st and 10 with a little under 2 minutes to go in this first quarter, 14-0 Wildcats. Once again, Armand Davis is back in Wildcat formation, looking for the snap. Gets the snap, quarterback keeper right up the middle. Tries to bounce it to the edge, but there is just nobody there as a bunch of Wildcats tackle him down for a 4-yard loss, and they're back to the Wildcat 38.
Yeah, it seems like Harrisonville's sort of catching on. One of the center left tackle didn't really get any movement going, and so it just kind of blew up the whole play. He had nowhere to run. I mean, that's just kind of how it goes sometimes.
Yes.
So let's see what the offense does, see if they can get some more points.
Larry Clayton here subbing back in for the YellowJackets. As number 88, Armand Davis, takes a much-needed break after several runs in a row. The Jackets break out in spread formation.
A little bit of confusion here in the YellowJacket backfield.
There's the snap. Larry looks to pass. Rolls out to his left under pressure. And he'll take a big sack. Running out of bounds at it 46-yard line of the Wildcats.
Yeah, one of the things we talked about is YellowJackets are young, and especially Larry, who's only a freshman. I mean, one of the things, he had some more time in that pocket. All the blitzers were covered. He could have stayed there for at least another second or two and rolled out to the other side. I mean, he's got way more space coming out to the other side. So that's not really something you can coach. It's something you just have to experience in a bunch of games and scenarios.
And it seems like to me, Larry probably could have done better with just throwing the ball away and saving a lot of yards. Instead, now we have 3rd and 22 as the YellowJackets seemingly going backwards. Larry takes the snap, a fumble as Larry is hit from behind as the Wildcats snap the ball away and they recover it at the center 48-yard line. Penalty flag now on the play for after the play.
Yeah, that was a good rush off the side, off Larry's blind side. I mean, there's not a lot you can do about that. I mean, Larry did his job. He was winding up to throw, And the defensive end got there, beat the tackle. Heck, let's see what the flag is on.
Yes, if you are the Jackets coming off of this turnover, how can you help this with your defense not get into their own head?
I think a big thing here, is that unsportsmanlike conduct?
That is indeed an unsportsmanlike.
Looks like the celebration. Must have been something said while the refs are there. You got to be careful about that if you're Harrisonville. Yes, a big thing here is big plays. You want TFLs, tackles for loss. You want sacks. A turnover would be like preferred. Was it against the YellowJackets?
It was indeed against the Jackets.
Oh, wow.
And unsportsmanlike conduct moves the ball 15 yards deeper into Jacket territory, so the Wildcats will take over at the Jacket 33-yard line.
Wow. That's a lot of progress done by the YellowJacket O-line. Undone. A YellowJacket offense undone by that penalty and turnover.
Mason Mitchell waits for the pass with Nate Reynolds right behind him. He's got a man in motion, fakes the handoff, drops back to pass. He's got a man open, deep, number 11. Just overthrew Eli Baker, which would have been another touchdown for the Wildcats.
Yeah. I think a contributing factor there is there's some pressure on him. He didn't have all day to throw. If he would have had just a second or two more to plant and throw, that probably would have been a touchdown. So good job by the YellowJacket D-line to get some pressure in there and make him, force him to make a bad pass. That was a long pass that should have been a touchdown. He was open.
As we have 14 seconds left to go in the first quarter, Harrisonville breaks the huddle, lining up with Nate Reynolds in the backfield behind Mason. We got two wide receivers in stacked formation out to the left. Gets the snap, hands it off to Nate, who goes nowhere as he's immediately met at the line of scrimmage by a couple of YellowJackets.
That is a great play. That's what you want your defense to do. Even though they're gaining yards, I mean, Nate Reynolds is the guy we're talking about. He's already scored a touchdown this game. Stopping him and making him go short and not want to run, that's what you want as a defense, especially as a defensive lineman.
And that play takes us to the end of the first quarter. It is currently 14-0 Wildcats. So, knowing at the end of the first quarter that you are indeed down 2 touchdowns, what is the message that you're coming in giving to these young guys at the end of the quarter?
I think number one thing this coaching staff should be saying is this game's not over. The game's not over yet. You got a long game ahead of you. It's only the first quarter. And to be honest, the YellowJackets have been playing well, minus a couple, miscommunications or mishaps. As a whole, the YellowJackets have been looking really good in comparison to weeks past as well.
Yes, indeed. I think it has happened with having their quarterback, Larry Clayton, back. The offense does seem to be better moving the ball. Now we just need to stop shooting ourselves in the own foot with penalties.
Yes, yeah, that's a big thing. And unfortunately, that's just something that happens with a young team, a young, inexperienced team. You get excited, you get hyped, you get frustrated. It's hard to keep that composure, especially when you're in a position like this where you're down 2 scores.
The Wildcats break the huddle back in their normal veer formation with 2 running backs behind the quarterback under center. Mason looking to take the snap. He looks to the sideline. He's changing the play for an audible. Takes the snap. Hands it off to number 22, Nate Reynolds, who's immediately met by number 53.
That was great playing all around by the defense. I mean, first we saw he tried to get the YellowJackets off sides. The YellowJacket D-line stayed disciplined, didn't jump off sides, and they ran with Nate Reynolds, and he got a yard. Now we get 4th and long, making the Wildcats play not how they want to play. They want to run, now they have to pass.
Indeed, we have 4th and 9 here for the Wildcats at the center 31-yard line. Mason is back in shotgun formation. Takes the snap. A shuffle pass to number 22, Nate Reynolds, who tiptoes the sideline, fumbles the ball.
Well, let's see if the YellowJackets pounced on it. Let's see as the ref gets in there.
It is recovered by the Wildcats for a first down at the 14-yard line as the Wildcats enter the red zone.
Yeah, that's a tough play. I mean, lost outside contain, and it seemed like outside linebacker got a little bit excited trying to get after the quarterback, and that's why the pitch was wide open. So let's see what Coach Brown's defense can do to hopefully stop Harrisonville.
Yes, once again in their veer formation, number 2 in motion. Mason takes the snap, hands it off to number 17 for a run up the middle for about a 5-6 yard gain as they take it to the Jacket 7-yard line.
Yeah, Yellow Jacket defense, I mean, it's little things. They're getting to the situations they need to. They need to capitalize and finish the job. And that 4th and long, this is the time. And Harrisonville's in a good position here where they can still get a first down and get a reset of downs. So the Yellow Jackets have to stop them here. This is the time to do it.
As the Wildcats break up in doubles formation, 2 stacked wide receivers on each side of the field. Mason looks to take the snap. Fakes handoff, a pass for a touchdown to number 17, Brandon Phillips.
Good play call there by Harrisonville, running the play action, getting the Yellow Jacket defense to look at Nate Reynolds and looking at the run and then hitting the pass in the middle. Honestly, the Yellow Jacket secondary did a good job covering it. Harrisonville just got a better throw in.
As the Wildcats are now in PAT formation, trying to increase their lead to 21-0. The kick is up, and it is barely over the crossbar for a success. And they increase their lead now to 21-0 with 10 minutes to go in the first half. As the Wildcats increase their lead, the 2 teams will take the field for another kickoff. And as the Jackets, as you give up yet another score off of a turnover, how do you try to regain your own momentum, as you mentioned earlier, being a key portion of the game?
I mean, here, kickoff, special teams is a huge part to do it. Honestly, Yellow Jacket special teams has been doing a good job so far. They've been getting some yards. A big run here is a huge way to set up the offense. So this is key for the Yellow Jackets to get something going for them in the game. And special teams is where you do it.
As Cole Smalley looks to get prepared for the kick. And he kicks it off high to the Yellow Jacket 15 where it is caught. Tries to set up some blocks.
There you go. That's a good
Gets
run.
to about the Yellow Jacket 30-yard line before he is met by some Wildcats.
Yep. Now, as an offense, you can let me know if you disagree here, but we're trying to just get some yards. Get 5 yards, 3, 4 yards. Try and get them.
I agree. Get a drive going.
31? Okay.
They need to get a drive going to at least give their defense some rest and to hopefully shorten this lead that the Wildcats have created here in the second quarter.
Yes, yeah, that's a huge thing. And especially rest. This is a small Yellow Jacket team. Not a lot of players starting both ways. You need rest.
The Yellow Jackets break their huddle. We got the receivers lining up, a little bit of confusion. 2 wide receivers on each on open side. And we have a timeout Yellow Jackets as the play clock was just about to hit 0.
Yeah, it's a tough situation to be in as an offense, and especially as coaches too, because you try and get this stuff ready, but it's hard. It's hard to get it ready. What do you think, Jesse? Some of the things we've seen go well for the Yellow Jacket offense here so far.
The Yellow Jacket has indeed given Larry some time to pass the ball. It's just none of his receivers seem to be getting open in the routes. And when they are open, they've dropped the ball.
Yes.
And they have also had success when Armand ran up the field, breaking tackles for yardage.
Yes.
But ultimately, you need to stack up success plays one after the other, and then you need to have a clean drive to move the ball down the field.
Yeah. As we saw Armand with those successful runs, this might be a time to try it again, and if it works, maybe throw in a pass, maybe throw in a play action, get them, because Harrisonville is going to be dedicated to stop it, because that's the main thing the Yellow Jackets have been doing to get some yards here.
As Larry Clayton looks to take the snap from the Jackets as they have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line. We got man in motion for the Jackets. They set up a trips formation to the left. Ball is snapped. Larry looking to pass. Nobody open will scramble, and he gets about a 2-yard gain for the quarterback keeper.
Honestly, good idea there by Larry. Instead of rolling out to where he's losing yards, he's getting forward, regaining yards, which if nobody's open, you'd rather gain yards than take a sack.
Yes, Larry with the scramble there, finding no receivers open and then feeling the pressure, decided to go ahead and take matters into his own hands and get a 2-yard gain for the Jackets to get positive yards.
Yeah, and as a lineman, do you remember those plays happening? Quarterback, all of a sudden he's in front of you. He's supposed to be passing. And so it's kind of a sticky situation when you're an O-lineman.
Yes, as Larry goes back to the man in motion to take the pass. There's the snap. Looking to pass. He's got a man open. Got pressure. He's rolling out to his left. He jumps, and he is brought down for a sack at the 20-yard line.
I think problem there, didn't get a jersey number for Harrisonville, but that late blitzer kind of scared Larry. And that would have been a situation where there might have been a better situation for him to just stand and try and get the ball somewhere rather than trying to scramble there. But those late blitzes are tough, especially as a quarterback. Now, as a center, and that's kind of where the blitzer came up, what do you do for a late blitzer?
That is communication between you and the guard, knowing if there is a back in the back for blocking, you know which side he's on. So then you communication between you and the guard, knowing who's supposed to come off a block. All right. The YellowJackets are in the back. It is a Wildcat formation to number 6, Montrell Moore with a run up the middle. Get to the 25-yard line of the Jackets, which now face a 4th and long.
Yep, you see punt formation come out, and I don't think this is the time for trickery. I think this is the time to get the ball, punt it, put Harrisonville as deep as you can go.
As the Jackets line up in punt formation on a 4th and 15 at their own 25-yard line, Harrisonville has a man back deep at their own 45 to take the punt. With 7:35 left on the clock, and ball is snapped, the punt is away. A high punt. Well, the Wildcats let it go, and it gets a Wildcat bounce all the way to the Jacket 45-yard line, where Harrisonville will take over 1st and 10.
Yep, that was, that's just bad luck there, that bounce. They got a free 10 yards because the ball bounced one way versus the other. And that's tough as a defense, but this is the time. We're only down 3 scores. We need to get a stop here. We need to set an example, get a stop here, stop whatever Harrisonville is going to throw at us.
Indeed, as Harrisonville breaks the snap, up 3 scores. Mason Mitchell looking to get the snap with Nate Reynolds right behind him. Here's the snap. Fakes the handoff to Reynolds, look for a pass. Got a man open, it's tipped, and incomplete.
Yeah, he was open too. That was dangerous. He would have caught that ball. And that would have been pretty demoralizing for the Jackets because that looked like a touchdown to me if he catches that ball. But luckily, maybe got a little bit too overexcited, went through his hands. So let's see the YellowJacket defense. And I really want to see the YellowJacket D-line and linebackers get some pressure on the quarterback. Force him to make some bad throws. They did a good job earlier in the game. Let's see them do it now.
Yes, as the quarterback is lined up under center with Nate Reynolds in the fullback position.
Wonder where this ball's going.
Quarterback off to Nate Reynolds, run to the left, gets a 1st down and more as he is running. Breaks another tackle. He is racing one YellowJacket for a Wildcat touchdown.
Man, this is why Coach Brown was talking about him. He's a good player. Reason why he's their captain. He's good. And he saw the open hole, took it, bounced. As a YellowJacket defense, really the only thing they do if they don't stop him in the backfield, this is what's going to happen.
Nate Reynolds took that play to the house on a 2nd down. He runs the distance to increase the Wildcat lead of a current 27-0, waiting the point after touchdown. Kick is up, and it is good as the Wildcats increase their lead 28-0 with 7 minutes and 11 seconds left to go in the 1st half.
We saw a little bit of pressure back there in the PAT attempt I'm glad that we're still seeing some effort and some drive from the Yellow Jackets because it's easy to get your head hung low. You know, when you're down so much, 28-0, and we're not even close to halftime yet. We still got 7 minutes to go. What's one of the things with, I don't know if you ever were down this low as a center Yellow Jacket, but what's one of the things you would get to get yourself back in the game?
Well, one thing you need to do is you just need to take one play at a time.
Yes.
Now, normally I was always on the other side going up 28-0. And what you want to do from the other side is to squash all hope.
Yes.
But for the Jackets, you just need to take one play at a time and get a little bit of hope in your heart and keep that hope alive because hope can go a long way in a high school football game.
It sure can.
As the kickoff for the Wildcats is up, the Jackets catch it at their own 18-yard line. They'll kick is muffed. He picks it up and gets to the yardage, gets to his own 24-yard line where the Jackets will take over 1st and 10 with 7:05 left to go in the first half.
Yep. Once again, special teams holding on to the ball, making some good plays. We've got good, not bad field position, honestly. Offense needs to get something going. At this point, anything. At what point, Jesse, are you just trying to get points to the scoreboard?
We're not quite at that point
Not
yet.
quite
It's
there.
still-
Okay, good.
We're still in the first half. Yeah, the offense needs to calm down. We know they didn't score. They haven't scored yet. But there's still plenty of time. They need to run their own offense, run their own game.
Yep.
The offensive line gets a nice little push. As they break the huddle here, Armand Davis back in Wildcat formation as there is a penalty flag on the field.
That was before anybody was even set up. Interested to see what this is.
I count 12 Jackets on the field. What about you, Zane?
Yeah, it looks like it. Looks what that call was. Illegal substitution. Yep, that'll be it. 12 Jackets.
Jackets trying to play with an extra man here. Well, I can't doubt them as they are down 28-0.
We're going to take whatever advantage we can get. Honestly, if we can sneak in a little player there, get the shortest player on the field. Just sneak him behind the line, see if we can get 12 on the field.
Yeah. As the refs were able to sniff that one out, the Jackets have a 1st and 15 at their own 19-yard line. As Montreal is back in the Wildcat formation for the snap, he takes it, runs to the left side, and he gets to about a tackle for no gain as the Jackets now have 2nd and 15 at their own 19-yard line.
Yep, that's a play where you got to just take yards. You got to just take yards, and you've got to get, as Montreal Moore there, just put your head down and try and get as many yards as you can. You're pinned back deep. You need to get yards there as a running back.
As a substitution as Montreal goes to the sideline. We have someone new in at quarterback. He's the only one in empty formation for the Jackets. Got a man in motion. Quarterback keeper breaks the tackle. He gets out to the 21-yard line of the Jackets.
Azaria Caldwell there. That was a good move in the backfield. If only we'd have kept doing that all the way down the field, probably would have had a touchdown there. But, I mean, like you said, running Yellow Jacket offense, this is what, because any other situation you should be passing here. But I can see the coaching staff's just trying to run our offense, trying to get some momentum going, and show that this is why we do things.
As Larry is substituted in for an obvious passing down, the Yellow Jackets spread out into an empty formation once again with no running back in the backfield next to him.
A little bit more confusion in the Yellow Jacket backfield.
He takes it back to snap, rolling to the right, looking for a man open, pressure to snap, throws it for a reception.
Wow, look at that.
And it is close, but I believe it will be a 4th and 3 after that Yellow Jacket reception.
Oh, man. I was really hoping for a first down there.
Number 5, Jalen Petty with the reception.
That was a great job. Great job catching the ball, looking for, not getting too excited. Because that's one of the biggest plays we've had all night. That was a really good job by Jalen Petty there.
The Jackets were tackled, ended up bending the pole of the first down on the other side.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
The refs are trying to figure out, see if they can bend it back in place. to try to continue the game as the Jackets are lining up in punt formation with the 4th and short. It is indeed interesting seeing an equipment malfunction in the result of a play, giving each teams now an official's timeout as they look to see if they can fix the equipment on the opponent's side.
Honestly, this is great luck for the Yellow Jackets. We get a free timeout to be able to just sit and talk about what are we going to do. 4th and 3, this is the time to get momentum, get a first down here. Honestly, great luck by the Yellow Jackets. I'm glad this is happening.
We have Athletic Director Bob Ray going over there to take a look at the equipment to see if he can potential help with fixing anything.
Man, in all my years of playing and watching football, that's the first time I've ever seen that.
As it looks like that they've indeed got it fixed and standing up. The refs are going to the appropriate benches to get the teams back onto the field.
The moon? Yes. What the moon? The moon.
All right. As we look over here with the Yellow Jackets now breaking the field, we have indeed a beautiful, I like to call Yellow Jacket yellow moon, a full moon rising up above the scoreboard there. Just looking absolutely beautiful on this wonderful night sky.
Is that coincidental with the good luck we just had with the equipment malfunction? I mean, that is...
We can only know. Hopefully it will indeed turn the tides somewhere along this game.
We'll take whatever we can get at this point. Let's just take it.
The Yellow Jackets offense is back out in the field now after that official's timeout. Hopefully trying to catch the Wildcats. And there is another penalty flag on the play.
Wow.
We have a false start on the Yellow Jackets.
I think one of the things we always got taught as offensive linemen, once your hand's down, it's got to stay down. O-lineman picked his hand up. So I don't see a number who it was, but I see a hand got picked up, and that's where we got the false start.
Yes, and sadly that moves the Jackets back to 4th and 7, getting rid of the 4th and 2. And now they line up in punt formation, having missed their chance to go for it on 4th down. As they line up to take the snap, waiting for the ref. He gives the signal. Snap, there's a snap, high snap. Punt is away, a decent punt.
That's a good
for the
punt.
Jackets. Even though it goes out of bounds, let's see. And the ref marks it at the 45-yard line for the Wildcats to take over with 5:12 left in the first half.
That's one of those things you had talked about earlier, eliminating those easy mistakes, shooting yourself in the foot. That false start really set the offense back because we saw them trying to get the Wildcats off sides with a hard count, which is where you're just saying things to try and get them off sides. That would have been a time to not have a false start and hopefully get a first down.
Yes, indeed, as the Wildcats break formation with dual wide receivers to each side, with Mason looking for the snap with Nate right behind him. Mason takes the snap, options it back to Nate Reynolds, who is immediately met by Yellow Jackets at the line of scrimmage.
There we go.
And is tackled for a 1-yard loss.
It looks like Yellow Jackets are learning from their mistakes. We just got scored on, or a huge play from that speed option earlier. That was a really good job by the corners and the outside linebackers to contain the option and get the quarterback tackled and the running back.
As this is the homecoming game, I currently see homecoming royalty currently walking around the track to the other sideline, getting ready for our halftime adjustments. As the Wildcats go under center to take the snap. Got a man in motion. Takes the snap, fakes a handoff to a quick screen pass to the outside. It is
Ball's on the ground, ball's on the live ground.
It is a fumble recovered by the Jackets.
Yes! That is the momentum you need.
Number 9, Monroe Anderson with the recovery, giving the Jackets excellent field position as they take over with a fumble on the Wildcat 43-yard line.
This is it. This is where you take advantage, you go for it. Every trick out of the bag, everything you've got, you go for it. Let's score some points here. Let's do it.
Maybe this is the momentum that is needed off of a turnover from the Wildcats to give the Jackets their best field position of the game.
I mean, first the equipment failure and then the drop pass. I mean, looks like the Moon's giving us a lot of good luck here. Yellow Jacket Moon.
As the Yellow Jackets break the huddle with 10 seconds on the play clock, and they line up in trips formation out to the left.
Gotta get hurried.
Larry takes the snap, drop backs to pass. He's scrambling out to his left, looking for a man open.
Get rid of
Throws
it.
it to number 5, who's caught
Way to go.
for a Jacket. First down to 31-yard line. Number 5, Jalen Petty, gets to move the sticks for the Jackets.
Here we go. This is where you're building momentum. Great job. The O-line, he had 4 or 5 seconds to throw that ball. And then no blitzers anywhere near him. Here we go. This is where Yellow Jackets get a groove on. Let's see what we can get done.
The Jackets trying to gain some momentum and energy from this beautiful moon behind them, trying to give them something as they line up in trips formation to the right. Larry waiting for the snap in the backfield, gets it, rolls out to his right, looking to pass.
Good job by Larry.
Looking, he's scrambling.
Go.
He's scrambling, running, drags a Wildcat all the way out inbounds for a no gain.
I really thought that was a good job by Larry to realize he went between his blockers to try and get up the field, and he tried to get out of bounds. He did his best to try and get out of bounds to stop the clock. Let's see. Let's keep building momentum. Let's get a pass. Let's get 4 or 5 yards, maybe even go for the end zone here. Now, that might be crazy. I might be talking crazy here, but that might be a good thing to do to try and stretch the Harrisonville defense and get, especially their D-line and their defense, tired. You want to get them tired.
As the Jackets break the huddle with 3:20 and counting left to go in the first half, it is 2nd and 10 at the Wildcat 31. As it is snapped. Wildcat
Go.
Breaks a tackle. It gets to the Wildcat 24-yard line, or the 26-yard line, excuse me.
We got 3rd and short here.
For a 3rd and about 5 for the Jackets.
I mean, I think this is 2-down territory. If we don't get it here, we go for it again. We've got to. And Larry's making some good plays. This is the time where he comes in the huddle, tells his guys, we got this. Let's go. We can do it.
Maybe indeed if it wasn't for the fact the Jackets are now in Wildcat formation.
Probably giving Larry a break.
With number 88, Armand Davis, taking the snap. Takes the snap for a quarterback run, and he's met immediately in the backfield by number 41 of the Wildcats, Tyson Wyatt Smith.
Yeah, that was a good job by the Wildcats, by Wyatt Smith, to get right in through the O-line. I didn't see exactly what gap he came through, but that was obviously O-line. You got to pick up that blocker. You got to pick up the blitz.
So it is now 4th and 6 for the Jackets as Larry comes back onto the field, and what we assume is a potential pass play with 2:30 to go in the first half. As the Jackets have the ball on the 27-yard line of the Wildcats.
A wide field to the right. Got a lot of space to work with.
Breaks out in trips formation to the right. Larry awaiting the snap with 10 seconds on the play clock.
We see a roll out to the right.
Rolls out to the right. He throws it.
Nice.
Completed.
Good. Go.
And he's tackled around the 20-yard line. We will see if it is enough indeed for a first down.
Is Larry okay?
And the ref on the far side is signaling for a first down for the Jackets as they enter the red zone on the 20-yard line of the Wildcats.
We have a player down for the Yellow Jackets. Remind you of Center High School's policy, we do not show injuries on the field. Hopefully, Yellow Jacket player will be okay and hop up soon. That's Larry down too.
Oh, Larry, he's just coming off of an injury after missing last game with an injury. The last thing the Jackets need is their starting quarterback going out, especially with the momentum of the drive on this half.
Yep, this is a bad time. But let's look at it here. Yellow Jackets put together a good drive. We got some good passes going and building off the momentum of the Yellow Jacket defense with that huge turnover here. What do you think, what are we talking about in the huddle here as an offense?
Well, what you're talking about is obviously probably stepping up for your quarterback.
Yes.
As we're going to see more of Montrell and Armand at quarterback as we did last week if Larry is unable to continue. With the training staff out there looking at him, we can only hope that maybe it's just a cramp and he'll be able to continue. As he stands up, looks to be walking off on his own power, which is a great sign.
Hopefully something just needs some water, wind knocked out of him. So here we go. Here we go as the Yellow Jacket offense is taking the field. We have a short field here.
We do indeed have a first down for the Jackets at the 20-yard line after completing that 4th and 6 on a pass reception.
Yep.
The Jackets are looking to score with 2 minutes, 12 seconds left to go in the first half. As a reminder, the Wildcats deferred at the beginning, so they will have a kickoff return out for the second half. The Jackets are coming out to the field with trips formation out to the left, with number 5, Jalen Petty, back at quarterback. He backs the pass. He's got a man open. He throws it. Just overthrew a wide open receiver in the end zone.
It looks like, from what we've seen so far with these passes, it looks like the Harrisonville secondary might be a weak spot for them. And maybe that's why they blitz so much, is they're blitzing to try and take that pressure off the backfield. As the center coaching staff here, this is the point where maybe we try some more passes. We try and poke at the secondary and see what we can get done. Because we're seeing Yellow Jackets open in all levels of the field.
Yes, now we just need to get those big plays in connection with the quarterback and receiver. As the Jackets break the huddle with 10 seconds left on the play clock. Jalen Petty's back in again at quarterback for the snap. Takes the snap, looks back to pass. The Yellow Jackets tried to set up a screen down here at the bottom of the field, but it falls incomplete for 3rd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Hard to tell if thrown too early or didn't turn around in time. Hard to tell there, but that screen pass is a good idea from the coaching staff. As the Yellow Jackets are hurrying to the line. Oh, they're going back in the huddle.
As the Jackets trying to continue this drive going on, as number 5 looks to get the play in the sideline, as we have Montrell Moore back currently in Wildcat formation for the Jackets, looking to take the snap. They're in empty formation, low snap, looks for a quarterback keeper to the left, but is met in the backfield by 3 Wildcats for a tackle for a loss of 4.
Jesse, if you're the coach here, do you go for it?
Yes, you do go for it. It's a little too far for a field goal here, and it's 4th down. With the Wildcats currently taking a timeout here, trying to get the ball back to maybe score at the end of the half. You look for it. You go for a potential whatever your best play is at 4th and long to try and get a first down and convert.
This is roughly what you're looking at if the punt goes out the back of the end zone. So worst case scenario, Harrisonville gets it just the 23-yard line, which is roughly where they would be at anyway with a punt. So this is the time to go for it. I mean, the Yellow Jackets, this is huge. This is huge for the Yellow Jackets.
Deep in Wildcat territory as the coaches are discussing what they believe to be the best possible play to convert potentially another 4th down conversion on this drive.
Yeah, as we see Yellow Jacket coaches in there in the huddle talking to the players, hopefully getting them riled up and everything. As a former player, would you be talking in those huddles? What would you be saying in those huddles as you're in this pivotal moment of the game?
Just trying to keep everybody calm. It's a big play right here. You need to keep everybody calm, do your own job. Don't try to do too much. Don't try to be a hero. If everybody does their own job and does what they need to do, they can convert this.
It'll work out.
As the Jackets come out here and trips left, Jalen Petty once again looking to get the snap with Larry Clayton currently out with an injury. As he awaits the snap, drops back to pass. He's got a man open deep, looking for it. We have a flag in the field with an incomplete pass in the end zone with almost a touchdown.
That has to be defensive pass interference. He was open.
If this is indeed defensive pass interference, it will give the Jackets an automatic first down and keep the drive alive.
Let's see what the call is here.
As the refs are gathering to talk about the flag.
Harrisonville DB probably just turned around too late.
It was a nice throw by the quarterback that was just barely miscaught by the wide receiver, which would have resulted in a touchdown. It is pass interference.
There we go. There we go.
On the Wildcats, which will set up a first down for the Jackets at the Wildcat 11.5-yard line.
Oh, we're not at a first down. We're at 4th and short.
Oh.
As
must be the difference between college and high school.
We're getting reminded by center coaches where it's not automatic in high school. We got a little bit too excited, but here we are. We are at 4th and short. This is still a big play for the Yellow Jackets.
This also opens up your playbook to now even involving run plays. This 4th and short with 1:44 left in the first half as the Jackets are trying to look to convert this 4th down conversion.
All right, here we go. This is a huge part for the Yellow Jacket offense, especially Yellow Jacket O-line. This is where the game is won. As you had said earlier in the game, the O-line and the D-line, this is your time to shine. This is it.
As the Jackets break the huddle from the sideline with 10 seconds left on the play clock.
Yeah, hurry to the line, get set.
Montrell Moore rushes out late for the Wildcat formation. And we have a timeout by the Jackets as they were clearly not ready for the snap to be played with people running out late in the clock.
Yep.
The Jackets taking a crucial timeout here as they're trying to convert their second 4th down conversion of this drive, which is their best drive of the half to try to accumulate in some points.
Yep. This is it.
With 1:44 on the clock left in this first half, the Jackets are currently facing a 28-0 deficit against the Harrisonville Wildcats on homecoming night.
Yeah, as we see here, the Yellow Jackets convert. Even if you don't score, that takes away an opportunity for Harrisonville to have before half to score. So we need to convert. Whether we score or not, this is the point where you need to convert to take away that opportunity for Harrisonville. Because if we don't, that's a lot of time. Especially in high school, you can get long passes, long runs. This is crucial for the Yellow Jackets to convert on this play.
As both teams are now breaking the huddles to go out onto the field. The Jackets will once again be in Wildcat formation with Larry Clayton on the sideline, with Montrell Moore back to receive the snap, standing at the Wildcat 18-yard line.
See
Man in motion.
Center coaches dial up here.
Snap, looks for a run up the middle. And he is going nowhere with even a tackle for loss as the Wildcats will take over on downs at their own 11-yard line.
I see. Now, we don't have replays or anything, but it looked like we had a Wildcat offsides. It looked like right before the snap, jumped the ball. And that's a time where that's just bad luck for the Yellow Jackets that didn't get called.
And unfortunately, you cannot go back on that. But
yep.
My question is, with 4th and short, why is your quarterback lining up 6 yards back behind the line of scrimmage when you only need a gain of 1?
Might be a time to go under center. Even if that's not something you work on as much in practice, it's something you always know how to do as a quarterback and a center.
Mason under center back, now in veer formation. Fakes it to both, looks for a pass, got a man deep. It is caught for a big reception for the Wildcats as they take it out to the 40-yard line.
That was really good play action by the Wildcats there. The double fake got almost the entire Yellow Jacket D-line distracted before they could get to the quarterback. This is a big point where the Yellow Jacket secondary, which hasn't been very active because of the Wildcats' love of rushing, this is a time for them to step up and make a big play, or at least slow down the Wildcats.
As the Wildcats break the huddle with 1:28 on the clock left in the first half. They're in doubles formation with the man in motion. Fake the snap, another pass. Going deep to a man. It is caught. Number 11, who is tackled at the 10-yard line. Number 11, Eli Baker, for a 50-yard pass from Mason Mitchell to Eli Baker for 1st and goal, Wildcats.
I say that was a good job by number 1, Dominic Hargraves, too. Even though receiver got behind him, still made the tackle. Still made the hero tackle to stop the touchdown, because it's easy to just let it happen. Just let the touchdown happen, and because you get frustrated. But that was a really good job to stop, make the tackle, wait till his team got there to help him out.
As the Wildcats break formation, they're now in another veer. Man in motion. Takes the snap, hands it off to a running back who is met at the line of scrimmage by a couple of Jackets for dragging them for about a 4 to 5 yard gain for 2nd and goal. And we have timeout, Wildcats, with 51 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and goal at the Yellow Jackets 6 yard line.
Yep, that was a good play, but honestly, Yellow Jacket defense doing a good job slowing it down. Those inside runs haven't been as effective for the Wildcats as they have been in weeks past for them. Really, it's been passes and outside runs that have been sort of chipping away at the Yellow Jacket defense.
Jackets needing a big stand here late in the first half to try to keep this game from without getting any worse than it already is, being down 28 to nothing with 51 seconds to go late in the first half.
This is something going into halftime, even though it hasn't gone your way the whole half, something to hang your hat on if you can stop them right here. Something to get a positive note right before half and hopefully build something for second half.
Indeed, as both teams break formation, with Mason out under center, with Nate Reynolds lined up behind him in fullback formation. Take the snap. He fakes it. Mason keeps it himself with the quarterback keeper and gets to about the Jacket 2 before he's met by a swarm of Yellow Jackets, forcing 3rd and goal at the 2 yard line.
Yeah, that was really good by the Yellow Jackets. As another timeout here by Harrisonville.
Harrisonville with their final timeout of the first half, with 38 seconds left to go on the clock, as Harrisonville looks to try to punch it in to go up 34 to nothing over the Jackets.
Yeah. We see the Yellow Jackets are doing a really good job of, at least what was called when I was playing football, is what was called gang tackling, where one guy holds him down and everyone else just gets there to try and bring him down. Most of the time, tackles aren't made by a single player. It's everybody getting there. The Yellow Jacket defense is doing a great job hustling across the field and getting guys down, even on big plays. It's a great job to get the guys down.
Indeed.
So here, we're at 3rd and short here, Jesse. We can only assume Harrisonville is going to run the veer and go straight up the middle.
Well, with the misdirection, you can never count out the counter on the backside for the Wildcats. As the triple option, you have 3 plays on 1 play that the Yellow Jacket defense needs to keep track of.
My least favorite offenses to play against in high school are triple options, because you never know what's going to happen.
As both teams hustle out from the sidelines onto the field for a 3rd and goal at the Yellow Jacket 2, as the Wildcats are in veer formation with 2 running backs in the backfield.
Yep.
Mason
Stacking
Mitchell
the line
under center. He looks like he's calling an audible. Gets the snap, hands it off to number 22.
He's short.
Met at the goal line.
Way to go by the Yellow Jacket D-line.
And was stopped short of the line. It is now 4th and goal for the Wildcats at the 1 yard line.
2 great things there, not jumping off sides on the hard count. They were trying to get him to jump, and then stopping the running back. Let's see what's going on here with the
player has to come off for a helmet off on the play.
Oh. It's all right, here we go. We're 4th and 2. This is the point. You stack everybody in the box.
Once again, in
go.
veer formation. Snap is given. Touchdown, Wildcats. With 26 seconds left on the clock on a 4th down. They are able to punch it in to increase their lead to 34 to nothing.
We see Yellow Jacket coach is upset. Looks like refs might have missed something there. But honestly, he just barely got that touchdown. Yellow Jacket defense did a good job slowing him down.
As the Wildcats back for a PAT. The kick is up. The kick is good as the Wildcats increase their lead to 35-0 with 26 seconds left to go in the first half. If you're the Jackets here, what do you do with so little time left and one timeout left in the first half?
It depends on what the coaches want to try. Do they want to keep running the plays and keep trying to build the confidence in our players, or are we just taking the half as it is, going to halftime and trying to rebuild confidence in the locker room? That's really, it depends on the philosophy, what the coaches are going for here, and we'll see. Personally, I would probably run some plays. You never know what could happen.
We will see here shortly as the Jackets are looking to receive the ball. There's once again a nice little reminder, it is homecoming night for your Center Yellow Jackets as the royalty are over there waiting on the far side of the track for halftime to see who will be announced your homecoming king and queen for 2023.
You never know. Might be a kick return touchdown right here. You never know. One can only hope.
Cole Smalley back to kick. He kicks it off, a nice little pooch kick to the 18-yard line. The Jackets take the kick. Looking for somewhere.
Oh, there we go.
Hole.
Great
and with
run.
19 seconds left, returns it out to the 31-yard line of the Jackets. But I do believe I see.
I see a penalty marker down.
I see a penalty flag on the play.
Hopefully not against us.
Currently, as it stands, the Jackets are on their own 31-yard line, but 33-yard line, but with the penalty remains to be seen. That may very well change. We have an illegal block in the back on the Yellow Jackets, which will move the ball back 10 yards. And the Jackets will take over for this drive on their own 23-yard line with 18 seconds left to go in this first half.
What does Coach Jesse call here?
With so few time left, you want to keep your offense going. It would just be a basic run play to try to see if he breaks one, and if he doesn't, then you go to the half because you don't want to force anything here deep in your own territory to give the Wildcats more life.
Yep.
It's Montrell Moore back to take the snap. Does it with the run up the middle.
Oh,
he breaks deep.
Go.
With the first down at the Jackets.
Timeout.
46-yard line as the clock is stopped for a first down to move the chains.
As we see the Yellow Jackets hurrying to the line. As you said, he might break one, and here we go.
The Jackets are hustling up to the line, and we have a timeout Jackets as they use their third and final timeout of the half with 11 seconds left to go in this first half.
Safe to say, didn't see that coming. That was one of the best plays we've had all half for the Yellow Jackets.
Clearly, the Jackets took the Wildcats by surprise, not expecting to run a play and continuing to fight out this half to try to gain some momentum going into halftime.
Yeah. Does the playbook change here? Are we building off the momentum? Or are we just going to keep trying it, see if it works?
Well, with clock stopping on first down, you can run the ball as long as you get a first down or out of bounds. If you are stopped short of the line with 11 seconds left, there's not enough time to spike the football. So we're either looking for pass attempts, but if Larry's not out in the field, I'm assuming the Jackets will keep with tradition and Wildcat formation, ironically. And continue to run the football and try to get first downs.
All night, and I just now realized we've been saying Wildcats for both offenses.
As the Jackets come out to the field in a spread formation with trips left, rushing a man off the field. Otherwise, they would have had 12 men yet again. Nice try. Jalen Petty back for the snap. Looks for the pass. Got a man open in the middle of the field. And for an incomplete pass with 7 seconds left on the clock.
That was great protection there by the O-line. Everybody picked up. That was probably the Wildcats were dropping everybody back to try and cover. But even then, we saw he was open with maybe a little bit more space, a little bit of a better throw, that would have been a first down, and we're knocking on the door of the Wildcat territory.
Yes, with 7 seconds left and no timeouts, the Jackets are looking to try to get something going. With 2nd and 10 at their own 46-yard line. Are we looking at a potential Hail Mary here?
I don't know about a Hail Mary, but we're definitely trying to poke those weaknesses that we're seeing in the Wildcat secondary.
5 seconds left on the play clock. Jalen Petty back for the snap. Barely gets it off. Look for a pass.
Try it again. There he goes.
Throws it. It falls incomplete with 2 seconds left on the clock, giving the Jackets enough time for one more play as it is 3rd down at their own 46-yard line.
Try it again. Try it again. Run it again. Maybe a different route combination, but you're trying to pass it. I mean, the Wildcats are not getting back there to him. He's got the time to throw. He just needs the receivers to get open, find that weak spot in the defense.
So with everybody potentially dropping back for the Wildcats, would you throw a screen pass here to try to catch them off guard and give your running back blockers?
It's possible, but with so little time on the clock, it might not be worth it because that's your only hope.
2 seconds left in the remaining in the first half. Jalen Petty to take the snap for the Jackets. He steps back looking to pass. Goes deep across the middle, and it falls incomplete as that ends the first half with the Harrisonville Wildcats up 35-0 over our center Yellow Jackets. Going into that first half, the Jackets really had something going there the last couple of drops. They just sadly ended on a turnover on downs deep in Wildcat territory around the 10-yard line.
Yeah, hopefully that sort of both gives coaches and players some idea of what's working. You know, it might not have exactly worked out how we wanted it to there, but it might in the second half. Might come out and try some of those things that we saw, especially maybe try getting that Harrisonville secondary who made some plays there, but overall throughout the half, you got some yards on them.
Yep, as the Wildcats take a 35-0 lead into halftime. The YellowJacket band is getting set up for your halftime celebrations of your homecoming royalty. And with that, we will see you later on here in the second half.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're very pleased to introduce to you our 2023 Homecoming Royalty Court. We've had a great homecoming week with spirit being shown throughout the district with days like Pajama Days, Switch with Your Teacher Day, and lots of other great celebrations. And now for our Homecoming Royalty Court, starting with our freshmen. Freshman Miss Princess is Kayla Brigham. And freshman Prince Leon Willis. Kayla is the daughter of Cameron and Rachel Brigham. She's a member of the tennis team, a member of DECA, Black Student Union, and Student Government Association. Her best high school moment is getting Chick-fil-A with the tennis team after their first match. Liam is the son of Paul and Inger Lillis. He's a member of the soccer team. His favorite memory is winning his first soccer game. Kayla Bingham and Liam Lillis. Next up is our sophomore princess, Tiana Martin and Prince Cameron Brigham. Tiana is a member of the volleyball team with best high school memories with her friends, her mentor, and she went to the mentoring spot, cooked, talked, and played games. Cameron is the son of Cameron and Rachel Brigham. He's a member of the Student Government Association, cross country, basketball, track and field, and band. His favorite high school memory is winning freshman homecoming Prince. Anna Martin and Cameron Brigham. Our junior princess is Diana Mattingly Essex and Prince Dwight Wynn. Diana is the daughter of a member of band track wrestling and a member of SGA. Her favorite high school memory is playing the band at football games. Dwight is the son of Fredetta. He's involved in band track and is a member of SGA. His best high school memory was his first high school football game as a band member. Diana Mattingly Essex and Dwight Wynn. And now to introduce our senior royalty court. First up we have Keisha Robinson and Chris Watson. Keisha is the daughter of LaShunda Drummer and Raymond Robinson. She is the president of National Honor Society, a member of Black Student Union, Varsity Soccer, Scholar Bowl, and Student Government Association. Her favorite high school memory is definitely the last day before winter break, when everyone's making gingerbread houses in the cafeteria and singing Christmas songs in class. After high school, Keisha plans on attending UMKC to study either pre-med or pursue nursing. Chris Watson is the son of Chris and Crystal Watson. He's involved in basketball. His favorite high school memories are the times traveling with the basketball team. After high school, he hopes to get a scholarship for basketball to go to school and major in psychology to become a mental health therapist. Keisha Robinson and Chris Watson. Next we have Deshae Taylor and Zach Westring. Deshae is the daughter of Bernice Caldwell. She's a member of Players 58. Her best high school memory is the first day of school. After high school, Deshae plans to become a professional singer. Zach is the son of Jane and Kevin Westring, a member of National Honor Society, the baseball team, and golf. His best high school memory is homecoming 2022. Zach's plan after high school is to go to college to study architecture. Deshae Taylor and Zach Westring. Next up we have Jalen Gilliam and Jasmine Mitchell. Jazz is the daughter of Ashley Smiley and James Mitchell. Her favorite memories from high school have been sitting outside at lunch with her friends. The little moment in each of her days that really brightens her mind, letting her go from studious and serious to a playful and positive attitude with her friends. An experience that everyone deserves. Following high school, she plans to attend UMKC and pursue a career in computing and engineering. Jalen is the son of James Gilliam. He's a member of ITV and basketball. His favorite high school memory is when all the lights went out due to the rain. After high school, he wants to go to college to major in sports medicine, so he can be an athletic trainer. Let's hear it for your homecoming royalty chorus. And now to introduce your 2023 homecoming king and queen. 2023 homecoming king is Zach Westring. And introducing your 2023 homecoming queen for Center High School, Keisha Robinson. Congratulations to our entire homecoming court and especially to our king and queen, Zach West Green and Keisha Robinson. And now it's time for our halftime field show presented by our mighty marching YellowJacket band.
camera. Hello, Hive TV. I am here with our new homecoming queen, Keisha Robinson. How does it feel to be the 2023/24 homecoming queen? I don't know. It feels really good. Feeling the love for sure. Did you think that you were gonna win? No, honestly, I think it was a good race. It was a really good race. Yeah, honestly, I didn't know who was gonna win because you had Keisha. You got Keisha, Jasmine, Jashay. So I wasn't sure who was gonna win, but we're proud of you for winning. Thank you, Tayana. I really appreciate that. Who's your date? Who's your date to homecoming? My friends Avery and Jasmine. Period. Okay. Alumni, Rocky. Okay, and Rocky, what was your favorite memory from being here at Center High School? My favorite memory would have to be playing sports, just being out there with everybody and having fun. What sports did you play? I was a soccer player, volleyball, and a cheerleader. Were you good? Oh, duh. Okay, thank you. The bonnet, she got the cover, the backpack on. It's a solid 10. Her attitude.
What, bro? Oh, God, you're not going to play to me. Oh, God, you're not.
I think you need to go home. You need to go to the office.
I'm not going.
You need to go to the office.
I'm going to do what I want to do.
You're going to the office.
Don't matter.
Excuse me. I need you to go to AirPods out. Where's the music? Excuse me.
Oh, God, I'm not going to class. Oh, God.
You're not talking like that.
I'm not going there either.
Security, take her.
Whatever, no. Bro, touch me. Bro, touch me. Bro, touch me. I promise. Bro, don't touch me, bro. Don't touch me, bro. I promise you.
Ma'am, come on.
No, I'm calling my mama.
We need you to get to class. We need you to get to class now. Get to class immediately. We don't need you to. We don't need the back talk. We don't need the back talk.
Don't say nothing to me.
Don't come back.
Please, that's what my mama gonna do.
No,
I got a pass. Come on.
That's fine. I understand.
I know my mama just came and she put her hands on me.
I understand you got a pass. I need you to get class now.
Come on, bro.
I'm not 17.
Nope.
Excuse me. Nope. Call security. Security. Take her. Take her.
Bro.
Take her to the office.
Bro.
We gonna get your stuff for you.
Yeah.
We're going to the office.
She's going home.
You're going home. You're going home. I'm going home. Class, if you're on the hallway.
You ain't my teacher.
You have to go to class, sir. Where's your pass?
You ain't my teacher.
Where's your pass?
I don't need a pass. Nobody else has got one.
Security?
Kid, no.
Y'all just doing too much.
Come on. Call us. You're going to the office. We're
I
going
ain't
to call
coming. I'm not coming.
Presented by Hive TV.
Center School District
It's red.
and the Center Athletics Program.
What? I'm here with an alumni cheerleader.
Hi there, Anna Marie Hurst.
Okay, my question for you is, what is the most memorable memory you had being a cheerleader here at CHS?
Okay, so my most memorable memory is there was one year that we had a football game fall literally on Halloween night. And so all of us cheerleaders decided that we were going to do a themed halftime performance. And we dressed up in zombies and werewolves or something. And we did an entire dance out in the middle of the field during halftime. And we had like crazy makeup on the entire game. I don't think I've ever had so much acne in my life, but it was absolutely glorious and I loved it.
That sounds fun. Thank you.
Hi, this is Fernanda and Jasmine. We're from El Salvador. You can call us salvadoreños or guanacos, or I'll tell you how to put our pupusas, panes con pollos, yuca frita, horchata, and I'm from La Costa.
Or wherever you listen to podcasts.
And welcome back to the end of halftime and the second half of your 2023 homecoming Yellow Jacket football game. As a quick recap of that first half, the Harrisonville Wildcats are up 35-0 over our center Yellow Jackets, with the Wildcats doing a lot of rushing, specifically to number 22 Nate Reynolds and number 17 Brandon Phillips. With that last drive, Mason Mitchell showing off his arm strength with airing the ball down the field as well.
Yep.
With that, the Yellow Jackets will look up to kick off to Harrisonville to start the second half with number 6 Montrell Moore doing the kicking. As we get ready for the ref to blow his whistle to start play. The Yellow Jackets getting lined up in their normal 3-point stance on the line of scrimmage to try to get somewhat of a start. And they kick us off with the squib kick down the middle. Picked up by Harrisonville and down at their 26-yard line.
Honestly, a good idea to go with the squib kick there. They had Nate Reynolds back deep. I don't think we want to see the ball in his hands with 10 yards of open space. Probably a good idea by center coaching staff to make the call for the squib kick.
Well, with the Wildcats currently up 35-0 in the second half, I will go ahead like to inform the audience that when there is a 35-point differential in the second half, there is a running clock that does not stop for incompletions or out of bounds. Mason takes the snap, rolls over to his right for the pass. Then he has a quarterback scramble, and he's brought down for a 1-yard sack by number 9, Monroe Anderson, with the Yellow Jacket sack to start this second half.
Yeah, that was a good play. And honestly, if he doesn't make that tackle, he probably could have gotten a couple more yards or even broken for more. That was a good tackle there, the Yellow Jackets.
The Wildcats break their huddle back in their old veer formation with Mason under center. He gets the snap, fakes one handoff, gives it off to Nate Reynolds. Nate Reynolds is breaking free, untouched, all the way for a 75-yard touchdown run to start this second half for the Wildcats.
Yep, we saw there the effectiveness of that triple option. With the fake inside, got the whole defense biting on that run, and then Nate Reynolds had like one guy to beat on the outside with a blocker. So really staying disciplined there and trying not to fall for those fakes is really all you can do, because that was a really well-run play by Harrisonville.
Nate Reynolds with the one-cut touchdown that set the Harrisonville Wildcats up. Now, with the made PAT, 42-0. As number 45, Ethan Stone, has yet to miss a PAT as we continue going on here now with 11 minutes, with 1 minute into the second half.
Yeah, he's getting pretty close, though. Those are just barely going over. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what's going on here. Let's see what the YellowJacket offense can do. We had a little bit of success late in the first half. Let's see if maybe they could replicate that here at the start of the second, get some momentum going.
Yes. And with barely going over the ball, it doesn't have to look pretty, but if it goes through, and I have to quote one of my favorite movies, Facing the Giants, it can look like a dying duck, but the ball's got to go through the middle.
That's all it cares about. That's all that matters.
As the Wildcats line up to kick the ball off away to the YellowJackets. Lined up, it is this time to kick off. Number 45, Ethan Stone, doing the kickoff this time. And the kicks it deep.
Yep, let it go.
And it goes out of bounds at the 6-yard line. So the Jackets should take over, if I'm correct, at the 35 or the 40-yard line.
Yeah.
Great field position for the Jackets starting the second half. What do you think, Zane? What do you think these Jackets need to do on offense just to get something going?
Honestly, I think that we just need to either get the run game or the pass game going. Pick one or the other. Let's focus on getting one of them done. As long as we get one of them done, we'll have success. We'll have options to try the other.
Well, it looks like number 5, Jalen Petty, will be their quarterback from here on out, as we still have no word on how Larry Clayton is doing.
Yeah, let's see. We saw a lot of passes when he was in the end of the first half, so maybe coaches go back to that.
All right. Jalen in the backfield, getting ready to take the snap with 10 seconds left on the play clock. Takes the snap, drop back to pass, looking to his left, has a man open, and it is caught for a 9-yard completion for the Jackets. Excellent pass on first down.
Yeah, we see the Wildcats sort of playing a zone where instead of guarding one guy, you have an area of the field to cover. And Jacket receivers, like they did at the end of the first half, finding gaps in that zone.
Jackets going no huddle here with a quick substitution in at quarterback with Armand Davis in now with the Wildcat formation.
Can only wonder what's going to happen here.
Takes a snap, run up the middle, and he is met for, it looks to be a 1 to 2 yard loss on second down, bringing up 3rd and 4.
Yep. We knew what was going to happen, and so did the Wildcats. They knew exactly what was going to happen as soon as we brought Armand Davis in. And we see Petty coming back in.
Jalen Petty, the sophomore for the YellowJackets, coming back in to give the play to the huddle for this very crucial 3rd and 4 on their own 41-yard line. As they break the huddle, they line up in a trips formation out with 3 wide receivers to the right. Petty looks for the snap. Look for a blitz. Wildcats blitz.
Oh, we got a whistle. We got a whistle.
The play is blown dead for a false start on the YellowJackets, which will push them back to 3rd and long.
Yep.
It's not what the YellowJackets were looking for to start this half, was it?
No, not at all. But I don't think that changes the game plan all that much. We saw a pass there, so I think you run the play. The Wildcats didn't get to see what we were running. They didn't see the route combination, so run it again. See how it works.
The Jackets look to be huddling up as the ref is calling for them to wind the clock. Jalen gets the play with 10 seconds left on the play clock. It'll be close to see if they can get this snap off in time.
Yeah.
YellowJackets hustle to the line.
I can't tell if...
And we have a timeout Jackets as time expires on the play clock.
Can't tell if that was confusion on the play call or confusion on the player's part to get there, because that was a late call that Petty got going into the huddle. So I don't know where the communication error was, but that's a point that the Yellow Jackets need to fix to avoid using our timeouts so early in the half.
Yes, communication being very crucial in any game, especially in a game where you are trailing.
Yes, yeah, that's not something you want to be doing.
As we have this quick timeout here, the Yellow Jackets trailing 42-0 with 8 minutes to go left in the third quarter. I would like to remind everybody the center has their 5K coming up here on October 7th. And today we have the class of 2013 celebrating their 10-year reunion coming out for the football game, and they'll be out at Sunnyside Park tomorrow from 1 to 4 p.m. celebrating their 10-year reunion. So congratulations to the class of 2013. As the Yellow Jackets take the field. Petty back to take the snap. Wildcats blitz, rushing 6. Quarterback's throw.
Got it.
It is incomplete. The Yellow Jackets looking for a flag. It does not appear they're going to get one, which will bring up 4th and 9 for the Jackets.
It looks like number 19, Dean, was open on that play. The ball should have gone there along the sidelines. Looked like he had separation from both the safety and the corner. Maybe next time talking to Petty and seeing, going through all the options, looking through all your receiver options.
Caldwell back to punt for the Jackets. A sight that we are sadly familiar with here in this game. As Caldwell looks to give probably a booming punt to try to pin the Wildcats back. The snap, the punt is off, and a high punt
That's
it
a
is.
good punt.
Fair catch called for the Wildcats, and he is hit. I'm expecting to see a flag any time now.
No flag thrown.
That really shocks me there, Zane. Clearly, we saw the hand move. I would expect for a fair catch interference there.
I'm thinking it wasn't called because it was involuntary movement as he was getting blocked and blocked into the receiver. I'm not sure why that was a no call there. That should have been a clear call made by the refs.
Well, regardless, it looks like a lucky break for the Jackets. Let's see if they can keep that luck trending on the defensive side.
We can only hope so.
As the Wildcats should take the field, they're currently up 42-0, and our Jackets, let's see if their defense can have some pride left and stop this Wildcat offense.
Yep. It's important here for the Yellow Jackets to get a stop, get something going, not just for this game, but for next week too. You want to have something positive to look back on, to look forward to.
Mason back to take the snap, 17 in motion. He hands it off to Brandon Phillips, who gets a big gain, a nice block, and a cutback, and Brandon Phillips is into Jacket territory with a first down at the Yellow Jacket 42-yard line.
Good play call by the Wildcats there. We have not seen that all game. They've been running that interior run. The furthest they've gone outside is like a tackle run. That was a straight jet sweep right to the outside. We haven't seen that all night from Harrisonville.
Yes, as Zana said, they have faked the jet sweep a lot to run the veer, and this time they actually gave it to Brandon Phillips for a big gain. As the Wildcats line up in spread formation with Nate Reynolds back behind Mason. He takes the snap, looking to pass, got a receiver open and knocked down by the Jackets, number 9, Monroe Anderson.
That's a play. That's a ball you got to come up with. That's a pick you've got to make, especially just this late in the game. You're taking anything you can get, and that's a huge play for the Yellow Jackets. Lost opportunity there.
Yeah, if Monroe were to pick that, it would certainly turn the momentum over to the Jackets.
Hopefully now he just needs to move forward, get out of his head, move on to the next play.
As the Wildcats line up, once again in spread formation, Mason takes the snap, hands it off to Nate Reynolds, who cuts it out to the outside for about a 6-7 yard gain to set up 3rd and short for the Wildcats.
Yeah, we saw in the middle of his run him slow down and put a move. That's a time the Yellow Jacket defense needs to attack. Go straight for his knees, straight for his legs, get him down. That's not a time to stop and try and move with him because then he has the advantage.
Well said. They're using the running back, trying to use his skills against the defense, and it worked there for a nice 7-yard gain.
It's a good reason Coach Brown talked about him.
As the Wildcats set up once again in veer formation with 2 running backs in the backfield. Mason under center, takes the snap. Fake the handoff in a quarterback keeper. And he runs for
Still no whistle.
A Wildcat first down.
Oh, fumble.
A fumble on the play.
A center recovery. That's why there was no whistle.
Oh, a lack of celebration by either side really made it confusing on what happened on the far side, but it resulted in a turnover for the YellowJackets.
All right.
As they take over 1st and 10 on their own 28-yard line.
It took us 5 seconds to figure out who had the ball, let alone what happened. But all right, this is YellowJackets. Let's take a chance here. Let's push the ball down the field.
Your center YellowJacket defense out there still fighting, even though they are down big here in the second half. I love to see that kind of heart and spirit out there with the Jackets, continuing to fight play after play.
That's a good thing that's being installed here with new first-year head coach at center.
Jalen Petty back to take the snap, looks to pass, running back. Rusher was free. Oh, a great play by the Harrisonville safety who knocked the pass away from Armand Davis, who was open.
Yeah, that was a good play. Armand had it in his hands, and the safety, like you said, made a good play. That was also a great play by Jalen Petty to stand there. He took the hit, stand there to deliver the ball. That was a great throw and a great job by him just to stand there and take it and do what he needed to do.
Now we have Jalen Petty is out to the side, so the Jackets are once again in Wildcat formation.
Not sure what's going on here.
Montreux Moore back in at quarterback. He's running out to the right side. Quarterback keeper for looks to be a no gain on the play, which will bring up 3rd and 10 for the Jackets at their own 28-yard line.
Right there, we saw R.J. Lewis, the guy he was blocking right there at right tackle, got off of his block and made the tackle. Lewis stays on that block a couple, 1-2 more seconds. That's maybe an extra 4 or 5 yards on that play, maybe even a first down.
Indeed, as the Jackets now face the 3rd and long, which they have become accustomed to here in this game. Jalen Petty is back in at quarterback, back to take the snap. Looks to pass, scanning right, got pressure, throws it.
That
incomplete to number 19, Makai Dean, as it was thrown to his back shoulder for now 4th and 10 for the Jackets.
I'm not sure if Makai was supposed to be blocking there. If he was, then the jersey grabbing made sense on the defense's part. But if he was running a route, he shouldn't have been holding him so bad. That should have been defensive pass interference.
As the Jackets line up here in punt formation, they're looking to once again get the ball clean to try to make the Wildcats earn another drive. High snap, punt is away, a nice
really high
punt.
Kick.
Fair catch called by the Wildcats, and number 23, Carter Johnston, makes the catch at his own 43-yard line, where the Wildcats will take over 1st and 10 with 1:55 left to go in the 3rd quarter.
That was a really good punt there to make sure there was no return because he had no chance of doing anything. That's a good job.
The Wildcats are coming out marching. We're looking to probably keep running the ball as to keep that clock moving.
Yep.
As they are currently up big. Wildcats break their huddle.
Looks like we've got substitutes in now for the
It looks
Wildcats.
like we got some young guys in as number 8, Jackson Bechtel, is now in for the Wildcats at quarterback in veer formation. He hands it off. Wildcat running back gets about 4 yards on 1st down, setting up 2nd and 6.
Yep. Is this the point? Do the YellowJackets keep the starters in, or do we bring in a little bit more depth to try and keep guys healthy for next week?
Well, I think regardless of who all is playing, because there's not many people, there's going to be starters regardless. So, we have Jackson Bechtel looks to take us the rest of the distance for the Wildcats. Lines up in veer formation. Hands it off. There's a fumble. Recovered by number 38 of the Wildcats, Jake Brunton.
Yeah, that was a good play by Brunson to get on the ball. We were talking earlier before we went live about how small this Yellow Jacket team is, not in terms of physical size, but just numbers.
Yes, as we talked in halftime to the middle school head coach, John Pearson, about how the middle school program is going. And they are looking to give up 20 to 25 new freshmen next year for the Center Yellow Jackets to join this football team.
Which would be huge, as the Yellow Jackets right now, according to the numbers I was given, only have 43 players, which is really light for a center football program.
And that is the end of the third quarter. The Wildcats take a 42-0 lead into the fourth quarter. While talking to Pearson at halftime, he's saying that he's got a lot of good talent there that he believes is ready to play up here at the varsity level.
Yeah, and we see, I mean, as we know, Center doesn't have a lot of seniors, so there's a lot of opportunity for playing, and with how small the team is, you can get, the more players you have, the more availability you have to not have guys on both sides, because that's how you get guys who are tired, exhausted, trying to play both sides all game. So depth, even no matter what, is huge for the center football program to help build this program under a first-year head coach.
Not to mention, yes, next year with a bunch of new guys, he will also have a year under him as a head coach.
Yes. Not only him, but also a lot of his assistants. We were talking, there was only 2 coaches that I played for only a couple years ago. I graduated 2020. So a lot of new faces here on the center coaching staff, which is both a good thing, pros and cons. I think more experience is really going to be really good for them.
As the Wildcats look to take a snap back in veer formation, the Jackets jump off sides, which on 3rd and 4 will give the Wildcats a fresh set of downs.
Armand Davis. It's hard. It's hard not to. They're, especially quarterbacks that are really good at faking that hard count. I'm guilty of it plenty of times. It's hard to not do, and you just got to brush it off, move on to the next play. Can't think about it.
With the fresh set of downs, Jackson Bechtel looking to keep this Wildcat drive going alive. Quarterback keeper option.
Oh, balls on the ground.
And it is recovered by the Jackets at the 41-yard line of the Wildcats. I don't know about to me, Zane, but it looked like he just lost his footing because that could have been a scoop and score.
Yes, that would have been a little bit more space, probably would have been, yes, but it definitely looked like Dominic Hargraves fell on top of the ball. And that's sort of what happens when you bring your young guys in, is that might happen, is you might have those little mistakes. At this point, it seems like the Wildcats are worth to take that risk, so those young guys get the experience.
Indeed, as the Jackets break the huddle, once again, Jalen Petty back there in at quarterback. We're in that doubles formation, 2 wide receivers to each side. Looking for a blitz. Here. Tip at the pass, going quick, and right through number 13's hands, Dallas Smith, which would have been probably about a 5 to 6 yard gain.
That's a catch you make. And I know Jalen Petty, he threw that ball real fast, and it was high. It's hard, but that's his job. That's something you catch. And even if you're not getting any yards, you catch and take the hit and get the yards.
One thing, being down big and not scoring again, potentially in the second straight game, the offense really just needs to calm down and composure.
Yep. It's easy to get wrapped up in your head and I need to score, I need to make a big play. Just do your job, move down the field.
Petty in shotgun formation. A blitz by the Wildcats gets through with a fumble on the field. Ball on the field. The Wildcats are putting their way, and it is indeed them. The Wildcats have recovered the fumble at their own 46-yard line.
Yeah, the late blitzer there by the Wildcats kind of threw off the whole play in the backfield. So really that play was doomed from the start. It was kind of just, and that's just good call. It's a good call by the DC of the Wildcats to send that late blitz and completely blew up the play.
Once again, we have a 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. As we look forward, it looks like the Jackets look forward to future games, because this one seems pretty under wraps for the Wildcats.
Yep.
As Jackson Bechtel looks to take the snap here in shotgun, telling his running backs what the play is and what formation. Looks to take the snap. Takes the snap. Fake handoff. Quarterback keeper to the right side where nobody's there. Bechtel out deep, outrunning the Jacket defense. He may.
With a dive at the end.
Touchdown for Jackson Bechtel.
Wow. That was a good play there by the Wildcats offense.
And the junior out of Harrisonville puts his young team on his legs to increase their lead to 48-0.
Yep.
8:33 left to go in the game.
It's something to say, however, that YellowJackets are keeping their starters in. I think a big reason for that is we had talked about the inexperience that YellowJackets have. You can practice all day, every day, 3-4 hour days, but it doesn't replicate what you see in games. You can never replicate what another team will do. So I think it's a good idea the YellowJackets are keeping their players in.
The Wildcats PAT is good. That increases their lead 49-0.
Yep.
So if you are the coaching staff of this young team, finding your team down 49-0 late in the 4th quarter, what are you telling your players right now?
I think right now we're just looking for positive gains, moving forward, just taking what we can get. Center has had some good plays and some good things. This isn't their year. Now, I'm not telling the guys that. We still got time. You never know what could happen, and you want the guys to make plays to build confidence into next week. So we're just looking for positive plays, moving on, still playing YellowJacket football.
And next week, the Center YellowJackets will travel to the Odessa Bulldogs to take on another conference opponent on the road.
So that'll be an interesting game for the YellowJackets, and see hopefully a little bit more offensive production there against Odessa, but only time will tell, and we'll have to see next week how the YellowJackets play at Odessa.
As number 45, Ethan Stone, looks to kick to start off hopefully this new drive that goes well for the Jackets. Just a kick. Kickoff is short. The ball getting a lucky Wildcat bounce as it stays in bounds all the way to the 3-yard line. Picked up.
Got a little bit of a return.
And the Jackets take it out to they're about their own 17, 18-yard line where they will start this drive deep in their own territory.
That did not look good for the YellowJackets there, getting pinned down that deep. And that was a really good recovery there by the YellowJackets to get some yards, get some plays, get some experience there. And so when you talk about looking forward to next week's game, we talked to Coach Pearson, let's look forward to even further. Let's see, what do you think, are there changes made? Do you think this year is kind of that test year for the coaches and the players? Are we looking at big changes next year, looking at small changes?
Well, this is the first year without head coach Brian DeLong. He's been with the Center program for many years. So there's bound to be some difficulties as a new structure is put into place.
Yep.
Well, Center back to, looks like Jalen Petty back in at quarterback once again. It's a snap, looking to pass, throwing it
big
deep.
Throw. Little over Jalen Petty's head there.
My bad. That was number 17, Hooper, in there that threw that ball that time.
I say we see a couple different looks that the YellowJackets are showing here without Larry Clayton in the game. Is this just trying some things, dusting off some plays they haven't tried yet? What do you think this is for the Yellow Jackets?
I think this is just getting new guys in. That's because we're all young. And the more people you have learning the quarterback role for the future, the better. As number 17, Hooper, back in quarterback again, looks to throw. Rolling out to his right in the scramble. He's going to take off running. And he gets about before he's tossed out of bounds.
That should be a flag.
He looked to pick up about 8-9 yards on that run. Before he was violently thrown out of bounds on the Harrisonville bench.
Very surprised that wasn't a flag thrown by the refs. Unless I'm missing something.
Oh, and the refs have said that he has went the distance and it is a first down for the Jackets. So it is 1st and 10 Jackets at their own 27-yard line. The snap went off. And it is an incomplete pass. We have 2nd and 10 at their own 27.
Yep, that's a play you got to make. That's a play Jalen Petty's got to make. Got to catch that ball and turn and run. He had a lot of open space. The safety came crashing down on him to try and make the tackle. He catches that. That's at least a good another 5-10 yards after the catch.
Once again, the Jackets' next home game will be here in 2 weeks as they take on the Pleasant Hill Roosters for what I believe will be senior night in the last home game of the regular season.
It'll also be Friday the 13th, so hopefully no injuries, clean game still. So a lot of bad luck happens on that day.
Well, as the Jackets, Hooper steps back to take the snap. Looks to pass, looking to his left. Nobody open, there's the flag down, and he is wrapped up for a sack back at the Jacket 13-yard line. And we do have a penalty flag on the field.
Unsure of what the...
Do you think this is holding by the Jackets offensive line?
That's my best guess.
No, once again, we have an illegal substitution. Oh, illegal forward receiver. So,
lineman upfield, probably.
Yep, someone with an ineligible number went too far down the field. That penalty is declined, and the Wildcats will take the sack to make it 3rd and long for the Jackets.
Honestly, it looks like the outside linebacker for the Wildcats just made the impromptu call to blitz there. So really not much the line can do, as he wasn't supposed to blitz and he chose to, and it worked out for him.
Hooper back to pass, rolling to his left. Gets a quick toss out and is thrown high, and he overthrows his open receiver.
Yep.
For now 4th and long for the Jackets.
They could get a little overexcited there, just trying to get it as fast as possible. That's something you just got to take your time, stop, plant, and throw.
As Caldwell comes out to punt the ball away for the Jackets with under 2 minutes left to go, this looks like this will be the last time the Jackets get to touch the ball in this game.
Yep. So we'll probably see Harrisonville continue to run their veer and just run the rest of the clock down.
Caldwell back deep to punt for the Jackets to try to keep Harrisonville from being able to score any more than they already have here in this game. Waiting for the clock to wind down. Here's the snap. Kick is away. Another high,
really
deep
good punt.
That's his best punt of the game. And the ball with the Jacket roll will go down at the 38-yard line of the Wildcats here with 1 minute left on the clock.
Yep.
With 50 seconds left, we will see if they will make them run one more play. Yes, they will have to run one more play of the night for the Wildcats.
At this point, you just want to make sure no injuries, everyone gets off the field safely, move on to next week.
If you're the Jackets, what are some things that you could potentially take away as stuff that you did good in this game?
Honestly, the passing game didn't look too bad aside from our drops. Oh, they're running a play, not taking a knee. Surprised here.
Anyway.
Yeah. honestly, the passing game looks pretty good. The O-line did a really good job of blocking and picking up blitzers. Overall, not many sacks that were caused by the O-line. And on the defensive side, some good turnovers, some good fumble recoveries, close interceptions. Not a bad game. We just need to clean up the mistakes.
Once again, that'll end the game with the Harrisonville Wildcats 49 and your Center YellowJackets 0. Once again, next week, the YellowJackets travel to the Odessa Bulldogs to take on another conference opponent in a tough battle. Just a quick recap. The Wildcats ran the veer formation, ran and threw the ball, but the YellowJackets did not give up the entire time and fought hard until the end.
Yep, good game by the YellowJackets, good game by both teams. Walking away with minimal injuries. That's all we can hope for.
Yep. I'm Jesse Nastasi. This is Zane Parker, and we are Hive TV. Welcome and thank you for coming out for the Center homecoming game.